Hey everyone, it's Nicole and this is Daultyn.
Hi.
He just got back from his deployment yesterday and I told my Instagram that I would do a Q&A of us two if they ask questions. So I got a lot of questions in and so we're gonna answer them for you guys, okay?
Woo!
Woo! Okay, before we start, do you wanna introduce yourself at all?
I'm Daultyn, the husband. I just got back from deployment. I'm pretty sure you guys know that. I was in Africa. And yeah, that's really it.
Okay.
So get on the get.
Let's get on the gate. So the first question, which I don't even have to go to so I wrote down all the questions that you guys gave on Instagram in this book so I can just go through and flip. And I labeled them and stuff. So the biggest question that I got from people that don't know us is how did we meet? So do you want to tell them or you want me to tell them?
You can tell them.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can just jump in.
Yeah.
All right. So we worked at the same restaurant together in 2014,
Yeah.
I believe. We actually met in 2013, but then it jumped over.
November.
Yeah, like November. And well, we can talk about the first time we saw each other. I don't know if you remember. I remember the first time I ever saw him, because I think that was a question, like, what was your first impression of each other? The first time I saw him, I had purple hair and full bangs. And I walked into work and I saw he was training and he was wearing glasses, and that was the first thing I noticed, that he had glasses on. And then I noticed that he was very muscular, and then I noticed he was very handsome. And yeah, and I was like, who is that guy? And no one really knew because it was your first day.
Yep.
Do you remember the first time meeting me?
Well, the first time I remember meeting or seeing you was obviously you were behind the hostess. Mm-hmm. And I obviously looked your way a couple times.
Oh.
Yeah, and then eventually you started talking to me, and
Yeah.
that's pretty much how it went.
So then Daultyn said I just started talking to him because I was the one who asked him out. I really thought he was so cute. We've talked a few times, and finally I was like, I don't really know him that well, but he always comes in with coffee, so I'm just gonna ask him if he can get me a coffee.
Oh, yeah.
So I went through the employee phone book and I found his phone number and I texted him. I'm a creep. It paid off. And I texted him and asked if he could pick me up a coffee, and he never responded. And then he walked in with no coffee and I was like, hey, I asked you to get me coffee. And he was like, I didn't get a text message. And I was like, oh, I think he's just ignoring me. So then later that night, I re-looked at the phone number and I texted the wrong number. So then that same night, because I was working a double, so I was there all day. So that same night, I put the right phone number in. It's Mia.
I got it.
Mia's at the door. She has to go potty. I'll finish the story. So I had to put the right phone number in, and then I texted him and was like, hey, it's Nicole. I wrote down the wrong phone number. And he was like, oh, okay, haha, whatever. And then I was like, but how about that coffee though? And he was like, I don't even know what he said back. And I was like, you wanna go out and get some coffee? And he was like, sure. And so we went on that first date at Starbucks. And then we kind of hung out like every weekend or like every time before our shift after that.
Yeah. Fun fact about that, I got oatmeal and they didn't give me, or they asked if I wanted it cold or something.
They asked if you wanted it warmed up.
Oh yeah, and I said no. And they didn't give me any milk.
Yes,
Oh yeah, they did. They gave me milk, but I didn't warm it up. And I just acted like it was normal. I just poured milk in my oatmeal and I ate it like cereal.
He had like cereal, and I was like, is he a psychopath?
She didn't say anything about it.
No.
I think she asked about it once, and then I answered
I was
that
like,
it was
do
normal.
you normally eat this
Yeah.
like that? And you were like, a few times.
Yeah.
That was such lie. He said he was just nervous.
Yeah.
That was really funny. Okay, let's see. What helped you get through long distance? I feel like I know your answer.
Do you?
Go ahead. I'll see.
No, you go first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, obviously technology.
Okay.
So FaceTiming, we're able to FaceTime each other and see each other all the time. And while he was gone this last time, I really depended on my faith, and I really grew in my faith, able to like read and depend on God more and make more friends who are Christians who are able to build me up that way. That was really helpful. And obviously talking to Daultyn like every day and just knowing he was okay made me feel a lot better.
Yeah, I think FaceTime really helps out a lot. Just constant communication. We talked every day. It's way better than how deployments used to be. But to be honest, by the end of it, or even by the middle of it, I get so tired of FaceTime.
Yeah,
For some reason,
I
I
know.
just dislike FaceTime a lot. I mean, I like talking to Nicole and stuff, but I don't know.
Yeah,
It
he
just
just doesn't
gets-
like to stare at the face and like if
Yeah.
we're not doing anything. He would rather just do a phone call and
So-
just like keep it in the
Yeah,
background.
with FaceTime, I feel like you have to always be engaged in the conversation. That's just how I feel. And you have to always be looking at the phone. And I like to, when you're on the phone with somebody, you throw them on speaker and still have normal conversation. And they don't know if you're not 100% in the conversation or not. But I feel like an asshole. Whatever.
No, I get it. I like FaceTime and I like phone calls. I just don't really like text messaging.
Yeah,
all that
and I like
much.
to play games. So
Yeah.
it's totally cool for me to just talk to you when I'm playing games.
But that was really helpful for us this time also because I started playing games and we were able just to like talk to each other
Yeah,
on
we were
our
able to
headset.
talk on the phone, which was nice. Because
Yeah. I like that
that was
too.
perfect.
All right, now we're gonna do marriage one. What is one word to describe each other? You go first.
I'm thinking, I know exactly what I want to say, but outgoing is how I would describe
Me?
you. Yeah, that was the word I was thinking. Outgoing.
My stomach keeps making weird noises.
But yeah, outgoing, because she's not afraid to, like, just for example, when we want to take a picture in public, I don't even like asking people to take a picture. So maybe I'm just the opposite. I'm a extrovert, right? Introvert.
You're
I'm an
both.
introvert.
You're both.
Yeah, but she's definitely an extrovert.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess it depends on the situation. But definitely outgoing would be her word.
Yeah. I agree.
Okay.
To describe you, I would say, what did I say to you the other day? I think it was determined. That you're very determined. Once you set your mind to something, you're just going to do it. And I don't think you've ever set your mind to something and been like, you know what, never mind, it was too big of a task or something like that. You kind of just always finished it, or you found a solution to get it done, like you always made a plan. So, you're very smart. He's very smart.
You're very smart too.
Oh, thanks, honey. Street smart.
Yeah.
Okay. How old are we?
25, 24.
I'll be 25 in a few days. How did you adjust to living alone the first time?
So just for me being alone, I'm actually very good by myself. Obviously, I missed her greatly, but I'm always okay being by myself. So it's not nearly as hard for me, I don't think. And at this point, I've been used to it after my tour in Korea and then here as well. Obviously, I miss Nicole a lot, and I'm so happy to be back.
Me
But
too.
That's like, yeah, we're different in that way a little bit, I think. But now to moving to Colorado, you can do that one.
Moving to Colorado was a very big difference for both of us. It was the first time we've ever lived away from family. But we both really enjoyed getting like right into marriage and leaving everyone because then we were able to make our own rules, our own foundations, our own everything. Like we started from scratch and we really just depended on each other. I think, I don't want to talk for you, but I feel like that's how it was. Like we got to make up how we wanted to see things.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I think that was, in my opinion, I think it was probably the best way for us to start off. It was definitely hard at first, but I think that was just how marriage was gonna, just starting off.
Yeah.
Being a newlywed couple with the regular issues there. But yeah.
Okay. How did you know each other was the one?
I don't know, I just had a
Because
feeling.
I told you so.
I don't know. I just had a feeling where, I don't know. I just decided that I knew that you were the one. That's all.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so. I can't remember a specific time, but there was probably a time when we were thinking about me going in the military. And that was kind of when we decided together at that point.
That we'll spend together forever.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I knew for sure I loved him when we were walking around at JCPenney picking out furniture, just like for funsies. That's when I knew I absolutely loved him, but I was not going to say it first. And then, I don't know how I knew he was the one. I think like when he was in basic training and then he told me that he got orders to Colorado, I was like, you are not going without me. There's no way. Where's your favorite place you've traveled to? I'm trying to lie down.
So when I think back, I think Korea has been my favorite place that I've traveled to, total, just because I think Asian culture is really cool. Together, I think Paris was my favorite, only because, I don't know, it was good company when we went there. And then Netherlands or Amsterdam was cool too, and had that same vibe. But I still think Paris was cool.
Yeah, mine too, Paris and Amsterdam. Paris was a little stressful at first, and we didn't really know what we were doing, but Amsterdam was just like, we didn't know what we were doing, but we were okay with it.
Yeah, I'm excited to go someplace to see for like the scenery, like a tropical place or the mountains. That's what I'm excited to go to, and that'll probably take the top of the list.
Yeah, we got a few
at
places.
That point.
Okay.
Next.
Daultyn, I heard you're a gamer. What's your favorite game?
Right now, I'm kind of bouncing between some. But there's a new game coming out, and I was playing the beta called Valorant. It's kind of like Counter-Strike. That's definitely going to be my favorite game right now. I was super addicted to it my last month in Africa. Yes, I did have video games in Africa. Tough deployment. But before that, it was probably Fortnite for a long time. I played Fortnite. So.
I play Overwatch. Thank you for asking. I'm working on new games. Here's a marriage one. This one's going to be a tough one. Maybe not. What comes first, your marriage or your friendship?
I mean, I think you have to be friends first. If it mean in order, or what comes first to me, I would think friendship has to come first before you even think about marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In our situation? Too.
What do you mean? Yeah, I guess in both ways. But I mean, I think you have to be friends before you even think about getting married. Because at some point at some point in your marriage, you're going to question it. And then you being friends is going to solidify that.
Yeah,
You know
I think
what I mean?
a little bit of both. Like, you have to be friends before you get married. And then once you're married, you have to maintain your friendship. But then you also have to maintain your marriage. So, like, sometimes even if you're just, like, you can't just be friends as well. But I think we focus on both. Daultyn and I
think we do fine.
Yeah, we don't have too many things in common. We're very different people, but the things we do have in common we really enjoy. But something that we really like doing is we like to go out and we like to just go out. Like we like to go out to eat. We like movies and those things. We both thoroughly enjoy doing that, like being out and about.
Yeah.
And hiking if we can, but we haven't done that often.
No, we like to think we're outdoors people.
Yeah, but
and then
we're
we end
not.
up not going outdoors.
No.
Gotta change that.
Yeah, we're not outdoors. Okay. How quick did you both adjust to being apart on deployment?
On deployment, I feel like I adjusted well because I went somewhere different and met new people. Pretty quickly, I would say. Yeah, because we still had communication at the time, and the deployment was pretty easy. It's not like it was a combat deployment or anything, so I don't think there was too many stressors aside from just being apart, but we could talk every day. So I think it was pretty quickly for me.
Yeah. It took me a hot minute. I didn't have and I have one friend here, but she has like obviously her own life, so I can't just continually hang out with one friend. So this was the first time I was ever alone, and that was a big adjustment. And then like I didn't have anyone to go to once everything shut down, so like I couldn't even go to church to make church friends or anything, so that was really tough. But then I came around and I actually had a fun time overall.
Yeah, I think the worst part of the deployment, so the deployment was originally supposed to be 4 months. I think you guys probably already know that. And then when it got extended, that 4 months to 5 months mark really sucked. Because one, I wasn't getting told, I was getting told when I was gonna come home, and then it fell through multiple times. And then she's just getting constant information from me that falls through. So then she never really can believe when I'm coming home, if that makes sense. So I feel like that was a big stressor.
Yeah.
So the beginning was pretty easy. I think the close to the end got pretty hard.
Yeah, it was like every 2 weeks
thing.
I got my hopes up, so that was rough.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
We're here now.
We're here now. What's your biggest pet peeve?
When people don't take care about you?
Yeah.
Oh.
What were you gonna say? People don't take care of themselves?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But about me?
Your biggest pet peeve? I don't know.
No, what's your biggest pet peeve about me?
Maybe, yeah, I know.
Okay.
I'm thinking, well, so it's gone away and I'm having trouble with it, but she used to always like to watch TV all the time.
Yeah.
And obviously that means I have to watch TV a good amount of time. And I don't like to watch TV all the time. Mm-hmm. So, but that's kind of changing, I think.
Yeah, I haven't really watched TV like at all since he's left.
So we'll see. Now when I get back, she'll probably start watching TV again.
No, we're gonna make my own computer so I can put video games upstairs.
Yeah, so.
I thought you were gonna say that I'm loud.
Yeah, I mean that kinda, but I don't know. That only bothers me sometimes. I mean,
Yeah.
that's not that often. So, yours?
That he's a very solution person, so even if he is trying to help me and I know he's coming from a good place, he is always trying to solve all the time, no matter the
I
situation.
don't think that's a terrible thing.
I think it's no, I don't think it's terrible. It's just my pet peeve. I'm like, just listen to me. He's like, but listen to me. And I'm like, no!
Yeah, she usually just wants me to listen, which I get. She's not the only one who thinks that way, so.
Now that you say it out loud, I don't sound so bad.
Yeah, but it's probably not going to change because that's just how I'm wired.
You have a white hair.
Yeah, I know. Just keep it there.
Okay. Who's lazier?
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah, you.
That'll be me.
Sometimes though, because I like to sleep at random times, and she doesn't like to take naps during the day.
No, I don't like taking naps.
So it's kind of both sides, but I would still say you. Not by a landslide.
Yeah, not by a landslide. We'll make this last one. Who's your celebrity crush?
I mean, I don't want to be just basic and say Jennifer Aniston.
I knew you were gonna say Jennifer because I know you like her.
Yeah.
She's old now.
I think, yeah, she's old now. I don't think I have another one, to be honest. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stick with that one.
That one?
Oh.
Wow.
Shoot, what's her name? You Can't Stand Her. Ariana Grande would probably be mine.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
It's not like I can't stand her.
That's what I would
just
have to
think
pick for a non, because apparently Jennifer
I
Aniston.
never thought you were gonna say Ariana Grande in my life.
Yeah, well, I'm
thought
full
you-
of surprises.
Oh my gosh. It's not that I don't like her. She just says babe every 15 seconds.
Okay, yeah, but
Okay, maybe I don't like her.
yeah, I
She
didn't
acts
even-
like a child.
don't
She
even
wears
notice
child's
that.
clothes.
just a crush. Yeah, I don't want to.
I feel like if you had a guy crush, maybe this would be it. I really like John Krasinski. But he reminds me of Daultyn in so many ways. Like,
That wouldn't be mine.
his build a little bit. What do you mean? You totally fangirled when we saw him.
Oh yeah, but he's not my number one. That's not the one I would pick.
He
Mine's pretty basic.
reminds me of Daultyn a lot because The Rock is yours.
Yeah. 100%.
Okay, he reminds me of Daultyn a lot. He's like the way their humor is, and they kind of like in Jack Ryan they have similar hair. Like in Jack Ryan, he looks similar to you as well. But I think John Krasinski. But The Rock is your crush. I mean, who doesn't love The Rock?
100%.
Who doesn't love The Rock?
Close second would be like Ryan Reynolds.
Who doesn't love Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah, that's pretty basic. I don't know.
Okay, but that's it. We'll cut it. There's a few other questions, but get ready to see this guy a lot more in my videos.
I'm gonna be behind the camera.
Okay.
Yeah.
He is gonna be around. And he will be behind the camera because I can finally get someone to record me when I go out. I had no one to do that, so I'm pretty excited. But yeah, that's us. We're excited to be together again. It's fun.
Glad to be here.
Just happy to be here.
Just happy to be here.
Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love you. God bless you. Goodbye. And this is when we blow them a kiss.
That was take 4.
I don't think I have any girls that I really like. Pretty judgy sometimes.
Yeah, he's just judging. That's all. Maybe that's who you actually
Scarlett
like.
Johansson is like down here.
Maybe that's who you like, low key or subconsciously.
Who?
Who you judge. Maybe you actually like Ariana Grande
I definitely
and Scarlett Johansson.
I definitely don't like Scarlett Johansson. She's like a robot. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you'd enjoyed it.
I didn't even hear that.
Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I can't.
Just say it right, darn it. This is what I said. You're gonna need to edit it.
thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I was gonna say secrets out.
No, you're not gonna say that. Just be normal.
Okay, I just